I'll rein it in.
Who's playing first?
I can go first.
Get in there.
If you would do the video, make sure it's 0.5 because the new phone is like, yeah. Am I crazy?
I've been doing like promo videos and stuff, and I was just informed on like a conference call. They're like, so do you have 4K capability? And I was like, oh fuck. Like I was happy enough when stuff would render 1080. Because I'm old though, you know, so it's like 1080 is like brand new to me. But yeah, it's like a toy box. Oh, how much do you guys love this stuff? Do you use it?
No.
Do you know about it?
Oh, we know about it. Yeah.
That's a hand cream.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Here, spin around this way.
This is so exciting.
So you
Yeah,
said
this
you
is
were
gonna be
in Bloomington earlier?
Bloomingdale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
in Malta there.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a vendor a few days a week with Raban.
Oh,
It was
nice.
fun. We
Okay.
had a training thing that was this week. That was fun. I'm gonna give you a mirror so you can keep checking yourself out. Oh, that's the magnifier.
I don't want that.
Well, that's just an eye cream. That's Bobby Brown's Extra Repair Eye. Ooh, lighting.
Tell us more about your story.
Yeah.
So, about 20 years ago, like next month, I had a business-to-business cold calling job. That was like the worst you could ever imagine. It was like I was pretending I was like people with different names, calling parts of the country where storms had just happened in hopes that businesses needed their signs replaced.
Okay.
Could you imagine that? The worst freaking thing ever.
Oh,
And
gosh.
I typed artist on monster.com, and there was it was like mostly like crap on it, but one thing was makeup artist at Bobby Brown at Marshall Fields, and it was like, yeah, I guess I could do that. It was awesome though. My ex, her mom had worked for them before, so the night before an audition, she showed me like just some like little tricks, and they kind of liked how I was green. And then they wanted a guy, and then some other guy came and auditioned, and he did liquid liner, or he did like wet liner, like that in 2005. And so I got it. So thanks, dude. This is a little cream pot and clothes. The brows look great.
Thanks. Do you know Melissa at
The eyebrow comp in Lake Geneva.
Oh no.
she's right next to the record.
Yeah.
Black record label.
Yeah, right across from the UPS store.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's a Raban
That is so
cream shadow in meteor light. I've actually I tried to go in there, like check it out, but it was like on days that they were closed. God, your lash pattern is great. When was your last fill?
Well, I'm due for one next week, so it's been at least 3 weeks.
Just a little, that, you know what though, when they're lived in, that's when it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tend to stay really good. It's the ones like with the UV light instead of the.
Yeah.
So it sets right away. We usually go like, well, Megan usually goes like 2 weeks, but I usually only go 3 or 4 weeks. It's never too bad.
I used to work at a place in Brookfield that did it. They had, I think they were nylon.
Okay.
You know, like you can do all kinds of formulas of it, and then it's all about the glue too. Y'all must not have latex allergies or stuff like that. That would suck, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do a growth serum to supplement it?
I should, but I don't.
Yeah.
It'll help with the
I don't know
strength.
what I would use, I guess.
I had a
It's
bad
pretty good.
experience once with are you talking about like a lash serum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used Rodent and Fields, and it was like a huge reaction to my.
It did all that redness on
Yes,
the lash line
it
and
was
stuff.
so bad.
That sucks when that happens. And that's the thing about Latisse, like you just can't trust it because like they discovered it on accident first of all.
Look in the mirror.
Get my good angles here.
I know.
So you do the artwork too?
Yeah, I did all the paintings on like this whole side except for in that room. There's a gallery down the hall and stuff too.
Awesome.
I'm
What
sorry,
medium
I
do you use?
should have shown you guys. Acrylic actually. It used to always be acrylic on wood. That one and this one both have a Maybelline Great Lash color scheme.
I love that. Awesome.
This just came out a couple weeks ago. Give you a little strobe.
That's really pretty.
So you did some artwork for Chris then at the lake.
I have, yeah. His like I don't. Did you use the bathroom when you were there?
Yes.
I did the
Yes.
Amy Winehouse
Oh
and
my God,
Gwen
that was so
Stefani.
badass. That is awesome.
How did you get into, like, how long have you been doing artwork and makeup? Like,
Well,
what
it's
does that
funny.
look
Like I always wanted to. I always drew, and I like kind of realized I'm not that strong of an illustrator. And then like 10 years ago, it was kind of cool. I always kind of thought like if I got unemployment or if I just had time, and I had like 3.5 weeks in between jobs, and I just painted my ass off, and that was like the most development I ever had. And that was 10 years ago. So it'll be 20 years makeup and 10 years of like acrylic painting. And like I don't know, I used to always draw with paint. Like that kind of counts actually. That's not as much of a painting as it is like a drawing, you know, like lines. But that was, I always think of like when I started like painting, you know, like putting down like, you know, the layers, you know, and everything like that kind of started then. This is my favorite. This was the fascinating pencil from MAC. Now I'm working on a comic book too. I can show you guys some of the pages of that. I'm gonna give you the full-on tour. Get you all dolled up and then give you the tour. I'm sorry. I definitely want to make sure we don't run out of time, so you guys can
Oh, we're fine.
get your zhuzh.
No, yeah, we definitely have time. We make her.
What's the comic book about?
So I love giant robots like more
Okay.
than anything, and like when I was little, I used to love like all video games that would have like giant robots, like Mech Warrior was one, and I would read like the novels with them, and it was always just bullshit. It was just weird, like it's too Star Wars, you know, too much
Yeah.
Star Wars and technical babble, you know. And so I wanted to like make like a giant robot story where it was like it's sort of incidental that there's giant robots in it. So it's about this girl who, like in the future, we all have these like computer chips in our brains, and she, like during like kind of surviving like this crazy ordeal, she like steals someone else's like computer chip, and it kind of makes her that person, like her identity. And then she finds out that person's like a nurse in the army that's like out in space, like in these groups of people that like fight inside of these giant robots. So it's her like pretending she's someone else kind of thing, but she still has all this technical knowledge because you can just download all that shit to your brain in the future. It's yeah, it's crazy. You could read the whole first issue and none of that's even in there though. It's all like subtext, you know.
Fun. There's so many different elements.
Yeah. I don't sleep.
I think we can resonate with
Have
them.
you always been like Geneva then?
No, actually only for about 4 months, and I was like
Oh.
staying here kind of part-time a little bit leading up to that, because I do Tuesdays at House of Music, and then I was like working in Rockford a bunch, and it just started getting real convenient because my friend owns this place, and then they were trying to figure out an idea to do a bed and breakfast here with like a experience theme. And I was doing a bunch of UV makeup at the time, so they were thinking about UV stuff. But I thought it just like the whole concept. I might have told you a little bit about where it's like people do a questionnaire and then they kind of check into like their own department store here. You know, it's like everything that's here is kind of based on stuff that they love. And especially for kind of, like Nordstrom has like those sea-level stores that are, 5,000 square foot. And like Lake Geneva could totally use a place like that, but it'll never happen. But this can be that place whenever you need it. Where it's like you can shop for, Rabanne, Chanel, stuff like that, and it just like goes to your door. And it's like it doesn't really matter that you're in Wisconsin. You can kind of still have what you want.
Yeah.
Have that feel of not the Midwest feel.
That's kind of always been my thing. Like I never left Milwaukee because I just kind of wanted to bring like a world-class experience to Milwaukee.
Okay. Are you from Milwaukee?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is like the love of my city. Like I've been to Fashion Week in New York like 11 times.
Oh, I love that.
And it's really just so I can come here and you can book with me at a salon, or you'd have been able to, like at a salon or whatever, and it's like, and you get that there, where it's like, oh, my hairstylist is from Chicago. It's like, who cares, like, what's funny about like Milwaukee, Chicago, Minnesota, all that, like, we've got Kohl's, and a big thing that kind of happened years ago was when Vera Wang went into Kohl's. Like, I really think of it as being kind of around the same time that like Alexander McQueen, died. I mean, that was my first fashion week. Was his last fashion week, and he had just launched this line that was supposed to be more, accessible, in stores and stuff like that. And then, you get Vera Wang goes into Kohl's, Marshall Fields leaves Chicago, now it's like, the clock represents Macy's, that's here, and that's not even Illinois. So why are they special? Because like there's nothing against it, but like there's hubs for these places in Minnesota, in Wisconsin, not in Illinois.
Yeah.
Seattle's got Nordstrom, It's really weird. I mean, you guys, do you shop at like Ulta, Sephora, like where you guys shop for your makeup?
Usually Ulta, the Sephora is inside Kohl's.
Yeah.
And it's
Honestly,
honestly
kind of
like
going
there's
downhill the one that we
barely
have.
any inventory at either place, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff in the towns that you guys are near, you can blink all you want to.
Okay.
They don't really have. It's a lot of like lines kind of will make locations really special. Like where I was today, well actually more yesterday, they've got like Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona, Chanel, Dior, and like it's around here they don't have none of that.
Yeah.
You can go to Brookfield and they have half of it, and that's the good one. That's the old one. What do you remove your makeup with since you've got extensions?
I use like have you ever heard of Monate? Or Monate? I don't know how people pronounce it, but it's like a like a balm, but it turns into like, it melts into your face.
Oh, cool.
I usually use that.
I love philosophy shower gel. I don't know if you guys use that for stuff, but that's like ultimate life hack for like removing all your stuff from your brushes. Super handy.
Aaron, your hair didn't get as frizzy as mine from the rain. Like, looks really
Did you
good.
use that serum?
No. Do you use it wet?
do not. I get my hair wet.
What hair serum do you use?
What's that called?
Um,
It's a beta.
a beta.
Oh, okay, nice.
I think it's like a newer serum.
What under eye concealer do you like?
Well, I just got a Bare Minerals one, but I hate it because it was too light for my face, and somebody at Ulta like matched me. So I'm gonna return that, but I was using Tarte, but that felt
The
kind of
Shape
like too
Tape.
thick.
The Radiant is like the only good formula, and there's only like 3 colors that work.
Yeah.
Like you could
That's
Tarte
the
could
worst
throw
for me. I
away,
can
like,
never get
almost
the right
every
color.
all their crap. They could
Mhm.
just throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
I like NARS,
Okay.
and you'd be your creme brulee or honey.
Can you write that down?
I'll do a chart. I'll do a face
Oh
chart
my
for
gosh,
you.
that's like the
That
worst.
would be amazing.
That's like the hardest thing for me is matching the color.
Right now I have tinted, I think.
That lift tinted, yeah, those are pretty good. They're still yellow though.
They're yellow, yeah.
And it's you gotta have pink. Like I
Yeah.
add this elf one to like
Mhm.
everything.
I tried an elf, well, it was a foundation, but it felt almost too transparent. Like I've tried to put it on with a brush and
Yeah, that looks
a
really
sponge.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I struggle with the concealer.
Everyone does, and because most of what's out there isn't usable. I asked, there's a rep with NARS one time I was like in the store with, and I was like, I only use these 4 shades, and you've got 30.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, those are the ones I use too, and they were the pink ones.
Yeah.
I also don't know like what my undertone is for my skin.
Well, when it's under the eye, I mean you're warm, but under the eye it doesn't matter. Like
Oh,
if it has that, like there's so much pink there that it just gives you the
That looks
maximum
really good.
coverage.
Yeah, that looks so good.
I love this. It reminds me of like Aeon Flux. Did you ever see that?
I don't think so.
That MTV cartoon?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's cool. The guy who made it, it was like kind of he got to do whatever he wanted for this one show on MTV, and it was because he had a contract. He was the creator of Rugrats, and he was like this incredible Japanese animator. So he was like, I really hate drawing like these stuffy baby characters. So he's like, give me a show where I can do anything I want, and it's Aeon Flux. It's amazing.
Maybe
Crazy
I
as
have
hell.
heard of that.
Charlize Theron played her in the movie, like, I don't know, probably like 13 years ago. And then it's just fit me then too. But I'm using this mixing medium. It's this, like, kind of glitter liquid that kind of extends the wear of it and makes it look like supernatural. So pretty.
Yeah, that looks so good.
Under eyes and everything.
Especially for these farm girls.
No, you guys are doing great. What time do you guys wake up in the morning?
4.
No, my God. Is it 4 in the AM now?
It's not so bad.
No, you can get a lot done. You can wake up.
I know, because then by like 10 or 11,
Yeah,
it
the whole
feels
day.
like, okay, half the day's over.
So tomorrow you wake up at 4.
Tomorrow, no, we don't have to.
On a Saturday you don't?
Well, we do, but tomorrow my husband milks in the morning, so
Nice.
we don't have to. We still get time off.
Are you sort of your own boss? Like, is there on any given day, can you just be like,
Yeah,
I'm playing hooky?
that's pretty much today for us.
Yeah.
That's great.
We hired a couple high school kids to help us out at the farm, so they're great. They're
Nice.
super reliable, and they're awesome. We're super blessed to have them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what are you guys doing?
Probably smells the farm on us.
Yeah. I had another cat, Spock, and he got out and never came back. and it
Oh,
was
no.
on the farm, but everyone kind of agrees he's probably just living his best life, because like it was right away there was dead rabbits, like all, like, you know, like here and there, and it was just like, oh god, Spock is being violent out here.
You look great on
Um,
camera, Max.
Why is it a good angle?
Yeah, you look great. So, Michael, tell us about like what your daily work day looks like.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag on any given day. I mean, typically I gotta drive like about an hour to go do anything, and that'd be like with whichever line, because like Raban, for example, brings me in the Chicagoland area, like more and more. I was in Greenfield. Um, but yeah, I paint. I usually like get up and paint in the morning. Coffee, lots and lots and lots of coffee, and typically kind of early. Like I'll wake up naturally like 4 or 5 o'clock too. Like, but I don't really think of it that way, because it's like I'm like a race car at a red light, you know, to get to work on stuff like that. And like video editing, I always have a backlog. Like right now we're live and it'll be archived and it's perfect, but like I'm always sitting on like
Bunch of
bumpers and
content.
stuff. Yeah, like so I do promotional stuff for LeBry
Okay.
makeup, and then it's just the Raban is still kind of growing too. So like even for them, like we have like events and stuff like that. So I'm always like kind of compiling stuff. Like even you guys, like I was gonna do, if we would have got together a couple weeks ago, you're gonna kick yourselves now. It was going to be 5 makeup mistakes.
Oh.
And we would have done them. And that would have been, but we would have probably needed more time to correct it then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that
Is
would
that
have
why
been.
you said you had a hilarious idea?
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. I thought it would have been just so funny. I mean,
I love
y'all
that.
looking like Mimi from Drew Carey.
Oh my
that would
gosh.
have just been hysterical.
We would have been up for the challenge though.
Yeah. Dang.
It was hard on my muscle memory to do it, 'cause I don't do this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like there's a lot of things like you know, like women have been doing since they, you know, started wearing makeup when they were 12.
Yeah.
Where it was like someone told me don't do that immediately. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say right now is like your most annoying or like pet peeve that women still do to this day? What would
Trying
that
to like plan for a darker shade that they're going to be later. You know, like I'm gonna be tanning soon, so
Oh,
match me
God.
something darker. It's just like, just pick something dark. I just roll the dice, because it's not gonna be right. So why would I help you with it? You know,
Yeah.
like
I
you
love
don't
that.
need help with,
Okay.
you know, that's one thing. And then just the stuff that like women make a lot of excuses for the stuff where it's like the real reason is because it's easier. You know what I mean? Like, that's, wow, it sounds like a generalization. I'm talking about makeup here, and specifically eyeliner. But like, someone will be like, well, I only do the bottom because I feel like it frames this and it does this. And it's like, no, you only do the bottom because it's really easy to just do the bottom with your eyes open. It's really hard to do the top. You know, and then you got
Okay.
stuck in that way. But doing just the bottom defeats all the purposes of even wearing eyeliner.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes we feel like we see people that have like tattooed bottom eyeliner.
Yeah,
And
right?
it's
Like
not the
solely
bottom.
on the bottom, and it's always all the way the same like depth all the way to the middle. You
Yeah,
know, it's
yeah.
like, ooh boy.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. We're gonna cut your cheeks up too. We're gonna bronze you like crazy.
This looks amazing.
I love
it.
this.
You want to get some selfie versions? Can I use your bathroom?
Absolutely. There's one on the other side of these 2 doors, but there's also, here, do this one instead. It's that's a good time. I'll show you. You get the diet caffeine free tour of the rest of the place. I gotta show you how much cooler this one is. This is the raw. What bronzer do you like to wear?
I have the Tarte. I think it's Tarte. It's like smells like chocolate, but it wipes off my.
Too Faced.
Or yes, it wipes off my makeup though. But somebody also told me to put it on like directly on like my brush.
You know, not only does it smell like chocolate, it tastes like chocolate, but it tastes like friggin' delicious chocolate. Like Nestle. Like
That's
not
hilarious.
Hershey's. Like it's really good.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I love that stuff. It's sort of gimmicky, but I love it.
Yeah.
I like the Charlotte Tilbury. There's a lot of great bronzers. Like if money were no object, I would do the Charlotte Tilbury one all day. But
Yeah.
it's friggin' expensive.
Mhm.
It's like almost $60. Like
Yeah.
no, I don't even have it actually. And like usually that kind of thing wouldn't bother me.
Mhm.
But just a smidge. There you go.
Yeah, I watch a lot of tutorials and like TikToks trying to learn how to do makeup. I've always wanted to learn how to do it. I'm still learning.
Well, and you know, it's all about what's best for you. You know, like I can show you all your seasons and all that stuff. You know, those are all cool. But as I started realizing, well, I mean, I've always known, but they're sort of just their own makeup artists. So all like the absolutes that they speak in are based on their needs and you know and their tones. And one thing I'm always fighting is I don't know, it's like I don't know, Wisconsin's like in the middle, you know, like we gotta like pick a trend to follow.
Yeah.
And it's like, is it West Coast? Because that's kind of a depressing thought,
Yeah.
you know. But that's also about all we've had for like 15 years now. Ever since like the Kardashians like curmudgeonly started getting involved in makeup, it's all West Coast. Like Charlotte Tilbury, you look around at that, that's from the UK. That's a British line, and everything is Hollywood mascara and
Yeah.
Hollywood. It's like, what about fucking Piccadilly Circle? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, be British. I'm an Anglophile, man. Like, there could be stuff named after absolutely fabulous characters or something, or you know, they're whatever the hell they're looking back at. I mean, and this is where too, like people are like, oh, I'm gonna be more tan. Give me a darker foundation. It's like, no, man, cut your face with like a gorgeous bronzer.
Yeah.
Megan's always telling me that because I tend to lean towards that too.
Try to go darker with your foundation
Yeah.
to make up for it.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, it's yeah, I can tell you wear probably. What's your SPF content? And it's every day, right? Oh, y'all both got the feathers.
40?
I don't know what
40%?
it is.
That's the one I use. Is that good?
I'm sure. You know, Super Goop is a really fun. I can give you guys a sample. I think I have some.
Super good. I'm gonna write that.
The Unseen Sunscreen. I friggin' love it. It's basically it is a primer, and it's weightless.
We should be a little more diligent with that, with being outside on the farm all the time.
I have a primer from NYX. I don't know what the amount is. It smells nice.
Oh, and there's SPF in it?
Yeah.
Nice. It's probably trying to be like the Unseen Sunscreen. It's like it did the same thing. They tried to launch one just like it, I don't know, like 8 months ago or so, and it doesn't compare. Oh, that's so pretty.
That is really pretty.
That's a liquid highlight from her bottom. It just goes on like
Yeah.
butter.
It is. It looks phenomenal.
And you can do
Loving it.
boot,
So good.
extra lighting. We can chill out the white.
So when you went to Fashion Week, are we talking like in New York?
Yeah,
Milan?
yeah, Mercedes-Benz in New York.
Okay. What's your role in Fashion Week? Like
It
what?
makeup. It literally just like going to war backstage, like with no time at all, you know, to judge everyone up. And I'm fast too because of it. Like I don't know how many makeovers you guys have sat down for, but
Yeah,
this
it
is
was
very
I was
fast.
thinking the same thing already.
When you said, oh, I just need an hour, I was like, that seems...
I had my cousins were here last week, and it was like, I feel like I had my one cousin's probably gonna be all sensitive. It's like, wow, she took like an hour. I was like, yeah, but we talked a lot. Like, we never stopped. We're gonna, oh yeah, I got a fun one. Where is it? We're gonna do, this is my favorite blush ever, and this is something you guys are gonna be able to get on foot.
Clinique.
Even if you gotta run over to Roxco or Rockton
They
to
have
go
that
get it.
in Alt. Well, I don't know about that specific.
Sometimes the
Product,
ones
but-
that did get Charlotte's got cut down a little bit, and this, of like the third of everything that got taken away, the line of blushes was one of them, but if they have a little bit of space on the wall, or at least two sides, they'll usually have this. It's called Pansy Pop. It's so blue that it can't turn you red. That's like the whole thing with this one.
Okay.
This is great. We're doing kind of earthy. We're like popping cool, and we're gonna do like some purples.
Ooh. Do you, how do you decide that? Like, is it skin color, eye color?
Sometimes a little bit of both, honestly. Like with yours, it's eye color. Like, I just know like anything warm, that like we put against is gonna pop like all the coolness out of your eyes. And yet you have that like nice like
Yeah.
pale eye.
She
that you
has,
can pop
like-
that.
I can tell, like, the grayness is coming through
Yeah.
in her eyes because she has such a unique bluish gray eye. Megan said, tell me more.
Yeah.
Go on.
Don't stop.
And plus, I don't want you guys to have the exact same thing too. It'll
Yeah.
be great. You'll be like perfect like accompaniments to each other.
I love it. That's how we're the yin and yang
That's
with
great.
each other, so.
Your colors are kind of like that too, where you can do that. Do you try to do that with clothes? Like, do you guys plan
Yeah.
it like that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We definitely do.
Do you guys live under the same roof?
Yes.
Yeah.
We share everything.
Do you love it?
Yeah.
That's great.
If
You're
you-
lucky. Have you ever need time off of each other where it's like, you just like hate each other for the rest of the week or something?
Not really hate. It's just like we'll have like little tips about usually just.
But we
work.
don't like
We're
time
not,
apart
like-
from each other.
Yeah.
Aw.
If anything, we get separation anxiety from each
I
other.
feel that.
Yeah.
I had a best friend that was like that. Like he was mad. It was like a week, and I got like sick. It was awful. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. I feel
I have another question, Michael.
Oh yeah.
If you were to give advice to other makeup artists, like in a huge backstage event, like Fashion Week, what would it be?
Like turn your brain off, basically. Like you can get really hung up on like trying to be perfect, and then you're just like running out of time. Like people who like just ask too many questions and just kind of don't stop, and they're just like learning the whole time. They never kind of like shut it off and just. I call it wizard mode. I relate it to like everything. It's like you can read a book and you lift your eyes up and there's like TV static over everything. It's like that's when you were doing it right, And it's the same with like painting, like and makeup. Like you literally like it's all. I barely thought, about what colors I was gonna do and where they were gonna go, or or anything like that. And that's really what you have to do because then, if you just question and doubt everything all the time, you don't have that like forward momentum, that gets it done. It's hard for people to see things through to the end nowadays. It's like something I've noticed with everything. I'm 42, so I am becoming a curmudgeon. I'm starting to I'm starting to think, oh my God, these, this generation, type of stuff.
We tend to do that as well.
Because it's funny, like at Ulta, it's like makeup is such a pop thing now. It's really popular, and it wasn't always like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was certainly not like that when I started. And now, like people will work, they work at Ulta, and they'll be like, I want to be a makeup artist someday. And it's like, it doesn't cost nothing. You know what I mean? Like you can be one, you can be a bad one. Like I was technically, it was on a business card and everything, and I wasn't good at it. And it's like, it's if you want to be a pilot, you're not like, carrying bags around at the airport. It's like you're at Ulta, like do it. Get in there.
Like take the action.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that it's like it requires a bunch of overhead, and like I started one time. It was like at a place a few years ago, and it was like the person I was replacing. It was like their last day, and I was like, "Oh, where are you going?" She's like, "Well, I'm a makeup artist." So he's like, "Aren't we all?" I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, I've got a studio." I was like, "All right, cool." I was like, "That's cool." So you're gonna have an energy bill, all right? And you're a makeup artist. That's cool. And I know, sure, there's an energy bill here, but
Okay.
anyone
I love what
can
you
do
said
it.
that.
I mean, you can do it everywhere. Oh, that is so pretty. See, we're gonna be doing the opposite. This like rich,
Oh, I can't wait.
rich lip tone and stuff. We're gonna be doing like more nude lilac and stuff.
Okay.
Who's got a date tonight? You got a date tonight? Blind
Yeah.
date?
Well,
Not a blind date.
You met him before?
yeah, I'm like dating him, but he's gonna meet Aaron for the first
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. You're not surprising him. My
No,
sister's
no.
here.
No.
Oh, great.
No, not at all.
She's also driving.
Yeah. We're not that crazy.
Chaperone.
That's funny.
I can't remember exact words what you said, Michael, but something intrigued me that you said about that people don't want to wait to see it towards or to the end. Can you speak more a little bit on that?
I feel it's really just like people give up. I don't know. I always flew under like kind of what was happening with companies. Everyone's always waiting for, and I'm guilty of the same thing. They're waiting for like companies to give them like validation. It's like, oh, I'm really no good until I can move up with this. Where it really is, it's like you just have to do. And if you're not, you'll always get stuck. And it can be as simple literally as like finishing a phase. I know so many people like that where it's like they got this vocation, they're in this, they're talented at it, and it's like you've really never seen them do it. It's always like 3/4. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot it happens. It's honestly it's most people.
Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's as simple as that element that's missing. And for me it's service is a
Yeah.
huge thing. Because like it's these like kids right now, especially like they went, let's say like hairstylists, right? They did their school through COVID.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to job interviews with overalls on. They're bringing their parents, and it's just like, what happened? Like
Yeah,
we
like
like flash
the
forward to something a little
scrappiness.
bit different, you
Yeah.
know.
The grit.
That's really it. That's an interest. That's a good word. That's the word for
That's just to compare it to our lifestyle and with the businesses that Megan and I have started. Like
Give that a press.
so many people are like, well, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? It's like we just took the action.
Yeah, we did it.
And it's just like you just do it. You don't wait for the circumstance to change or the people or your mom or Aunt Deborah telling you like
Yeah.
that you can go for it. That's amazing. I love it with the red, like your two-tone contrast.
Oh yeah.
The color black, it looks good with that. The nude.
I love to do that. Sometimes I have a little Velociraptor claw. I've had it for a couple weeks. I was at Dinosaur World with my friend. She got it for me, and I was like, "It's a teaching tool." I always tell everyone it's little claws, and then you don't fill this in. I don't do the Cupid's bow.
Oh.
It's like thick, and then it disappears. And it's the same with the cheeks. It's just all these little claws.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh wow. I'm learning so much.
Raptor claw. That'll be in the title of my makeup book. Something about raptor claws.
Yeah, I like it.
And this is gonna be. Ooh, you should do this in slow motion.
Okay.
This is a setting spray. And it's a shimmer. So pretty. Just put my name in the back of your head.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I love it.
So good.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you so
Hey,
much.
couldn't have done it without you.
This is awesome.
The foundation and the concealer are my favorite part, which I know is.
Oh, and now, I mean, look now. And in fact, check, like, go, there's a bathroom on the other side of that door that's sort of with, like, the after room.
Oh, okay.
This is unforgiving, right? You step out
Yeah.
and it's like, holy crap,
Mhm.
right?
Oh, that's really good. Where
Yeah,
is it?
you're a killer.
Bathroom?
On the other
To the
side of
right,
this,
in
it's
the
like
back.
2 doors through here. Or, yeah, it's like on the other side of
Through
all
here?
this. Yeah. It wraps around,
Oh.
it's weird.
Excited to be in the hot
Yeah,
seat.
so much fun. It's really great having you guys here.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
We're excited to put something together. Hey, I'm excited about the footage that I got.
Your skin is amazing.
Thank you.
The house is gonna have its own, it was supposed to already. We actually, you guys kind of lit a fire under us to do it. It's part of Lake Geneva Rentals.
Oh yeah.
And
I just started following them.
awesome. It's great. Did you see
Okay,
the
so
video?
they do
where-
multiple Airbnbs then?
Yeah, and they
Okay.
want to get into experiences.
Okay.
I want to play you the elevator pitch thing that I did. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
I've got like I put on like the cheesiest friggin' voice you've ever heard. I always hate like, and I feel, and it's I've been told that it seems like arrogance, and I don't want it to be that, but I hate when you're in front of someone and they're talking to you like you're on the phone with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like giving you the friggin' business, you know, at
Yeah.
like especially if it's like, if my computer's broken or if my car's broken, it's like we guarantee blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
The
It's
sales
just like,
pitch
oh my.
rather than just the relationship building.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what, so Megan and I also coach with some businesses that are bringing their business online. And that's like the biggest thing I would say is they feel like they need to be product.
Yeah.
And it's really like just about building that relationship. And I really love to teach that and to see them kind of put the pieces together when they realize that all they have to do is be themselves.
It's such a just keep it conversational. If you're
Yeah,
if
start
you're
a
being
conversation.
honest, that's gonna be your strength.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah, that's so huge. And hard for people. I'm sure, you know, like especially like, you know, in this climate now where it's like everyone probably feels like a victim now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Where it's like they're really ice skating uphill and like trying to dig themselves out of something constantly. I
Right.
see it. It's like
Yeah.
it's a desperation that's also not cool. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like no one needs to see that. No one wants to see that.
I love the artwork. I gotta get some video of that.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
didn't get anything of the house.
Here, flash. If you go down the hall, the computer screen guy, that flash that on the one at the end of the hall.
Is something gonna jump out at me?
Yeah.
Should I be scared?
Yeah. Put on some safety goggles first. it's all. I'm a big movie freak, and there's a lot of these. It's like you might just be like, okay, cool. It's, you just take it at face value, but there's usually a pretty funny and deep movie reference going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are awesome paintings.
Thank you.
When did you start painting?
I started like dabbling a little over 20 years ago, but I started getting really serious about it like 10 years ago.
Fun. How do you sell your paintings? Like, do you?
It's funny. It rarely happens in person. It's usually like I'll post something online and someone will connect with it really fast, and they'll get sort of scared of it like existing, and it'll be like take it off of Instagram now, bring it over to the house right now, So I did one. Do you know Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? It's a Johnny Depp movie about a author, Chris Thompson. He's got like a cigarette holder, and I did a mashup with Audrey Hepburn, just because she has a cigarette holder, and it was breakfast at Tiffany's, and instead of having a cat on her shoulder, there's like in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, they're all like messed up on drugs, and they're in this room, and everyone turns into like huge dinosaur lizard people. So instead of a cat on her shoulder, she's got an iguana. And my friend Ashley, like straight up, like she didn't want anyone in the world to be able to even look at it before it was on her wall. Awesome.
How many like paintings do you produce?
In the last 10 years, probably about like 150.
How long does it take?
Oh, that all depends. Like it's crazy. I did that in maybe 8 hours in one day, and like I sat on my legs the entire time. I didn't walk right for like 3 weeks. This one I did for like 6 hours a day for like a month. So it's like I could have just as soon done that in a day. It's weird. Sometimes they're just problems to be solved.
Yeah.
That one was in like probably 4 hours a couple months ago.
Where do you primarily share? Because I've stalked your Instagram, but I didn't see all of those. So where you
My
sharing
website too.
Okay.
And then if you go to, it's been over such a long time that like if you go to like the hashtag like Michael Weiss paintings is what I do, that has almost all of it.
Okay.
And then they're on my site. Oh my god, I'll make sure you guys get my card before we go.
Yeah, we'll definitely want to check out your website.
I have those are like portfolio books there too.
What's your favorite thing that you do?
Oh my god, that's so hard. If makeup called for more weird stuff, it would probably take the cake.
Yeah.
But it is probably painting, just because it's sort of like kitchen sink. Like it's painting feels a lot like makeup anyway, and like I like makeup because it feels like art, and vice, all of that. It all kind of relates.
Marries together.
And like these guys are sort of like they're a great example of it because those are my friends. Like that's my friend Amanda and that's my friend Liv. You've seen her face if you've been on my Instagram. You see her all the time. She's like my muse. We've been friends for like 3 years, and she's like the model for me like about 2/3 of the time. Like if I were on TikTok doing makeup, I'd be doing mine, right? Because that's what they're doing. So she's kind of my face, And my friend Amanda too. But then even the reason that they're these robots like relates to. Did you see the video, like the first one on my Instagram, where it's like robots putting makeup on?
I think so. Was it the pinned one?
It was like the first one. That's them.
Okay.
And those pictures are actually thumbnails taken from that video.
Oh wow.
You know, and they have the same puppet hands that they're wearing and, you know, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's like,
That's neat.
that was an exciting project. That was about a year ago that I did the paintings and the video. And it really felt like it. It was like there was, you know, it was timed to music, and I'm a DJ too. So it was like, it was music and art and makeup. It was like all in the same thing.
How often do you DJ?
Not often anymore. Only about like once a year. Although, man, tonight I'm gonna be spinning records for sure because I got this holy grail.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that.
So John Peel, this is like you take like White Stripes, The Smiths, Depeche Mode, The Cure, Joy Division, everyone that you love, everyone that like plays good music, like that wasn't just grunge or something from the 90s, like ever since the 60s, their best performance was on BBC Radio for John Peel. And this is no exception. If you love that song, A Forest by The Cure, the version that's on here, I haven't even listened to it yet. I just got I've heard it 1,000 times on a CD,
Yeah.
but now I got it on vinyl. I'll show you guys the vinyl in a minute too. There's a lot of it.
So awesome.
It's like, it's a big day. I saw that on the shelf 8 days ago and I was just like, oh, I'm just not doing that today. And then I like obsessed for the last 8 days and I can't believe it was still sitting there. Can you tell?
meant to be.
It's very palpable, the excitement.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Yeah, this is great. And you guys, anytime, like seriously, come over and do this whenever the hell you want.
I'm excited to put a compilation together with all
Yeah.
the things.
And I can shop for this stuff for you guys too. That's something I do.
Super helpful.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is the concealer and the foundation because I'm like, oh my god, that was like a perfect match. And that concealer is something I really struggle for.
Concealer it's hard, and like I said, most of what's out there is not meant for anyone. It's the
So
weirdest
interesting.
thing.
Yeah, I've been really hating my makeup lately, and it's only because of the concealer. So then the other day I didn't even put any on. I just used the Bare Minerals like BB cream.
Do you guys do eye cream? Like just for under eye?
Yeah. Yeah, I have. It's Mani is usually the skincare that I use.
Nice.
I could be better at using it, but.
You know, they're right in McGuanago, and their stuff is crazy. LeBrai is good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their eye cream is very good. The face mask. I don't know, it was a few weeks ago, right when I got like the whole line of stuff. I had some of it I think it's in the bathroom. In the middle of the night, because so Livy and Nikki, you should meet these guys. We're like we have so much fun together. Livy was overnight because we were gonna shoot the next day, and then it was like the next morning they were talking about something, and it was like, dude. So in the middle of the night, she got up, and it was like, oh, face mask. She was just bored and tried it, and she was tripping because it got tight, you know, and it was like it freaked her out. But then she was like, but dude. Oh my god. Like, and the next day she's like, dude, I'm like 10 years younger today. Like she's freaking out.
What kind was it?
LeBrai.
Oh, it was LeBrai.
And that's the thing, you know, you can travel to, other countries and be in markets and stuff, and you'll see the craziest things, that work. It's not like, I really hate the attitude where it's like, I can only use Chanel skincare. It's like,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
we're talking about a damn fragrance.
Yeah.
Because, people are figuring stuff out. And they're no exception, man. The results that you can get from that stuff is incredible. You guys should have a reality show. I think about that all the time, hey?
Sometimes we wish there was somebody that came around with a camera because we have the funniest things happen when we're not actually filming ourselves.
You should meet.
Yeah, it never happens.
You should meet Robin. That she owns this place, and
Okay.
she's all about like telling people's biography. You know, basically, she would love to sit you guys down just to tell your story as well. I as well. I mean, you guys are asking me a bunch of stuff. Like you guys are like the fabulous farmer girls.
I would
literally.
love to go to Fashion Week. I think that's fabulous.
Have you guys ever been to New York?
Oh no.
Oh, it's great. You'd love it.
We own a women's boutique, and they've had some markets in New York, but we've never been able to swing.
You said you own a women's boutique?
Mm-hmm.
It's on the farm.
Well, we gotta shoot stuff with it. We gotta dress people up and shoot stuff for it.
Yeah.
We're kind
I
of.
would love that.
It used to be downtown Janesville. We just moved out. We were there for a year, and it was just hard with the farm, and honestly, it was slow AF with downtown Janesville there. I feel like we could do better in like Geneva or something.
Well, you know what would be interesting? My friend Carrie has Leela in the 3rd Ward, and our friend Bjorn is in there, and he has this line Fashion Farm Boy, and they like do racks in Leela, and we're talking like I have there's like a Leela bag sitting around here because like I want them to have a presence here. Like I've got a rack of like costume kind of clothes for shoots.
Yeah.
And it's all Leela and Fashion Farm Boy, if it's not, Star Trek or something like that, which it is. I don't know if you guys noticed. I'm a big Trek guy, but that would be. I mean, it reminds me of Bjorn. He calls it that because I think like kind of in his youth too, he was on like a farm. You should meet you. In fact, there's gonna be a party here in July, and I want it to be like all that kind of thing. I want you guys to be at everything, all the time.
Oh man, I'm here for it.
Ready for it. I love making these new connections and people who are more forward thinking and.
That was exactly what I saw, on your guys' thing. It was like I saw. Well, it was Chris's video thing. It was like,
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. They did it. I love because I know that place. I'm there all the time.
Yeah.
And they need, someone to be like, hey, look how cool it is.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it was
It
like,
is.
oh my god, they really did it. Like they made that place look as cool as it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's very cool. And
Yeah,
it's
we've
too
been reading
hidden.
about
It's
it,
too
too.
hidden.
Yeah.
It's
It's a little bit of a secret,
Yeah.
that place. But y'all, this festival season, I live for Taco Fest, man.
Yeah.
I'm already planning the recovery days it's gonna take after that. Love Taco Fest. Cheese Fest is coming up too.
Yeah, we're gonna be out of town for that one, but we definitely plan on going to one of his festivals.
Mhm.
Oh my god, you look so fabulous.
Looks so
That's
good.
that white pencil I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
What's your guys' favorite music? What do you listen to?
Our least favorite is country,
I love that.
but
I love that you said that.
because
Yeah.
that's
That's
the only
'cause
one I don't.
We're stereotyped that way.
Yeah.
That
It's
'cause
not-
we're farmers.
yeah.
That
It's not that I don't.
we
Like, I
classic
like
rock,
some.
Led Zeppelin.
Nice.
Kesha's my
Supertramp.
favorite singer.
We're 90s kids, so we have the love of that as well.
Just depends on the mood.
Yeah.
We could be a little hood and listen to some rap.
Who do you think who's your favorite rapper? MC?
Well, I do like Eminem, but I don't know. I don't know the names of everything either. I'm like horrible at that. Just depends on what comes on my shuffle.
So I was doing a photo shoot once. I don't remember where I was, but I was in a barn, and it was so funny because there was like a radio playing. It was a commercial, and And I'm like, what kind of music does someone listen to on a farm? I wasn't thinking. And of course, country. I was like, oh right, that's right. That's literally like what repels you from just those scenarios, even. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
fuck, man, it's just country music all the time.
Yeah.
Look up at the scene.
If it's country for me, it's like not on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
It's just some like other like I don't know how you describe some of that music I like.
They should go
Oh,
back
sorry,
to
yeah.
like old. Like it's weird because in the '90s R&B wasn't nothing but just mainstream pop music, but now it's
Yeah.
specialty. Like you got to go to the weird, like other end of the dial to find R&B. Country needs to go back to like whatever the hell country used to be before probably like Billy Ray Cyrus. Like I think that Achy Breaky Heart is probably what destroyed country music.
Probably.
You know. It was like once there was like everybody had like a song that they knew. It was like, oh, this sucks. It was kind of cool when all the like, cause I was in like I was running with all the punks, and there was a certain period like 20 years ago when all the punk rockers got into Johnny Cash, and it was like that should have helped country music's case, but it freaking didn't, man.
Yeah.
What's your guys' signs?
Taurus.
Libra.
Wow. You don't strike me as a Taurus.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
She's.
And I mean that in a good
think,
way.
I think
Yeah.
she's being a little shy, but because she is more Taurus than I think she is acting right now.
I have gotten a little more introverted in my age, but I used to be a lot more rowdy. I don't know. I wouldn't say rowdy. I would just be more of a
Not that
spitfire.
Tauruses are rowdy, just
Well, they're. I always think of them as like the
Bullhead.
kind of thoughts to action, kind of thing. It's like you can't really stop them from like if they've got an idea.
Yeah.
And especially if it really is, and it usually will be a good idea because they've
Yeah.
thought a lot about it.
yeah, that is how she is.
Yeah.
For sure. What's your sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces, okay.
Tell me more because the guy I'm seeing is a Pisces, and
Yeah, what is that?
I
I
think
don't
he.
even know
Well,
that.
let me. Can I describe him and then you tell me
Absolutely.
if it tracks? He's got big feelings and like a big like he's a lover. Like he is like falling hard, fast. Like doesn't like tells me exactly how he feels,
Aww.
but he's also like gotten into some trouble too.
You got to be patient with that. So I'm like, if you stop talking to me, I will fear and assume all of the worst immediately.
Yeah, okay.
Like, and I'll act on it, and I will even like, I'll almost like express it as if you really did something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or said something very specific. You said nothing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm crazy. I'm getting better at it.
He did tell me that he wants to be like wanted. Like he wants like those words of affirmation and he wants to feel needed. Like I need him to like when I'm having a hard time or something like
And is he like a, where does he live?
West Bend.
The WB. Is he like, does he like fancy himself like a man? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but also, I don't know. He's a musician.
Okay.
So he's kind of like crazy in a way. Like he'll just like he's ADD. Like he can't focus sometimes. So like he'll just pick up a guitar, just like start singing a lyric or like.
Totally.
So I don't know how to describe it. Like not actually crazy, but you know what I mean. Like just kind of all over the place. But he's definitely manly, but he's definitely like you could tell.
He's a singer.
Yeah.
He's a singer too.
And he plays guitar.
What other interests has he got? Is that the main thing, the guitar?
Well, he's a lineman, so that's his like full-time job. But he's definitely pursuing music. He
Lineman, is that like a, what is that?
like if there's a storm and the like
Oh, there you go.
poles go down, like that he's the one
Oh,
that goes
wow.
to fix it. But he like coaches wrestling. He's into like racing, like a race car.
Oh, cool.
So that's
What's his name?
Nicholas. But those are like his main hobbies, I would say.
Okay, cool. So he raced. I was gonna say he's got to be more than a guitarist. Sorry to all the guitarists.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guitarist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, this
Guitars,
looks
like
fantastic.
just guitarists, they think they're hilarious.
That's funny.
Like singers, guitarists, it's a whole thing. It's funny. I wrote a whole sitcom about it.
That's awesome. I
I'll
want to
send you
see
guys
it.
links. It's
Yeah.
great. It's called Constant. We made it in Milwaukee. Theater kids. Talking shit about music kids, basically. But it's whatever. I know so many. I mean, music people are my people too.
He was also a theater kid, like in the plays.
I
and
love
stuff.
this guy. All right, he's a renaissance.
He's more than a singer and a guitarist.
That's
he's a
great.
performer. Like he likes to be on stage performing.
He's a showman. Okay, he's cool. Yeah, just be patient, because you might not a Taurus. I mean, you might not always. Oh my God, can I tell you? So I wanted to date. I very specifically was like, I want to date a Taurus, and I met the friggin' girl of my dreams. Like, and I didn't want to. I actually I almost like chose very much not to. I tried not to, and then it like happened anyway. She owns a freaking makeup company, which is like awesome, and it's like it's got like a theme that I'm like into. It's like a horror.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's awesome. I love all that kind of
Yeah.
shit, But it was like, no, man. Like I expressed like. It was like after like a bunch of just pleasantries, just like, yeah, sure, yeah, maybe it is, yeah, maybe it is. And I was like, dude, I'm like super interested, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I think you are blah, 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 blah. Blocked.
Yeah.
That was last words. Was
Oh my
me
gosh.
like
I'm
expressing
sorry.
myself, man. I was like, damn, no, it's fine. That's when rejection is protection in most
Yeah.
places. But
Yeah.
it was just like, cause I like as a Pisces, it's the opposite. It's like literally like, just take my wallet and like be responsible with the numbers, please,
Yeah.
because I can't be trusted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's me looking for a Taurus. Like that's what I was after. I was like, I need someone to friggin' hold my hand,
That's funny.
and guide me just a little bit every now and then. I never had anything like that. I was engaged to a Scorpio, and it was like two blind people, It was like.
I wish I knew the signs better, but
Yeah, I don't even know.
When I
What's
told-
Tristan? Sagittarius? Or what?
I don't know. His birthday's in June.
June 22nd? What is that? It's. Or is it Leo? No.
That's
I have no
Look it
idea.
up.
Leo would be at the end of July.
I don't know why I can't think.
June 20. What is it?
22nd.
Cancer.
Cancer.
That's-
yeah.
there
I
you
knew
go.
that. I knew
There you
that.
go.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I don't know much about it though. He's very, very quiet and very not sharing his feelings.
You love that, don't you? You're like, it's great. He never shares his feelings.
I'm very direct. Very direct.
Yeah.
And he's, how would you describe him? Like,
Very reserved into himself. Not an
he's
extrovert.
not, he also plays guitar and sings, but he's very much not a
A
performer.
performer.
It's more of like a therapy thing for him.
That's awesome. See, that's
and
like-
he's
that's
a workhorse, like the
admirable.
hardest working person that you'll ever meet.
Oh, I love it.
Like serious workhorse.
Mm-hmm. Looks so good here.
Thank you. This foundation is everything.
I
Isn't
know.
that amazing?
Yeah.
Yours was just one shade too, and I would know. I had to mix, but I
Yeah.
know what it would be.
Yeah.
And I'll chart for you guys too, so you know what you got. Like I said, I can go shopping for you.
Oh my god, I love that. That is by far the biggest struggle is that
Mhm.
the color match.
It's hard. It's the same thing. There's different color families for different tones, and they have it now where you literally can't go 1, 2, 3. You
Mhm.
know. And there's a lot of lines that go all in on one color family as well, and then it's only going to be correct for a short amount of time.
Because I feel like for my bronzer, like I don't know if I put it up too high or too low. What would you say like with my face shape, or doesn't it matter?
Well, it's really, you want it to be kind of lower half of the shelf, so it should really be below this line,
Mm-hmm.
and really shouldn't go too far below here, and then it's like I was saying with the claws, like it can be real thick here,
Mm-hmm.
and then like gone. It just
Okay.
disappears, and I love when it just kind of blends into blush. Like I'm doing yours a little bit 80s style, and I'm doing like a bronzer and a blush, and then I'm still gonna give you a pop on the cheek, because I just want to do I want to do as many cool tones as I can. For fun.
Yeah.
Your cheeks are awesome too. There's that great highlight. Beautiful.
Isn't it relaxing here?
Yeah, I'm like totally zenned out.
Have people fallen asleep when you're doing their makeup?
I think, yeah, once or twice actually. It's been a long time. I remember when I was at Bobby Brown, I used to take a little longer back then though, so. Might have been, yeah.
I love the setup. It's awesome.
Thank you. It's gone through a couple of little changes, but I was, this morning I got everything set up, because if I wasn't here on time, I was gonna have you guys let yourselves in even. And it would have been set up. And I was taking pictures all morning. I was like, oh, this looks great.
I love that.
You're a little more fall today, and you're a little more summer. No, it's spring. And just for fun too, actually, put a little strobe of this in the middle. I love when they're brand new. Anytime that the logo is baked into something,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
friggin' sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a good packaging.
Yeah, it's really half the battle. I mean, how many mascaras have you gotten? Because of
Because
more
they look,
the hilt.
Yeah.
Of the thing.
yeah. It's like, yeah, I feel like that would do the job.
Exactly. You haven't even opened it yet, but it's there's a.
Yeah.
I like
or
the
it's
weight
a
to
cool
this.
orange or hot pink that I'm just like, okay,
Mhm.
Yeah.
this, I want this on my counter.
You're gonna get. Sorry, but my favorite lipstick.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it looks so good.
This
I like how you
is-
did the eyeliner. Normally I don't like eyeliner on me, but I liked.
Yeah, a little just on top, and again, it doesn't go all the way in,
Yeah.
and then thick on the outside, and then
Yeah.
I'll like to take. Do you guys ever watch Absolutely Fabulous?
No, but I love, what's the glow up?
Oh,
When they have
yeah.
the eyeliner challenges, I could watch those over
Yeah.
and over because it's they're just so. I can't do it.
So
But
I
it's
had
awesome
to
to
do. I did a video demo for these guys just 3 days ago, and it was in the other room, and in 20 years, it was the first and only time that I have ever done liquid liner. I've never put it on
Really?
nail before, and thank God it worked, because it was at the end of the whole thing. I could have fucked the whole thing up.
Yeah.
And it was fine. It worked well, but it was like, I have not been missing out. I don't love liquid liner.
Yeah.
You got one chance, and if you mess it
Yeah.
up, you have to start something over, and that's not fun.
Yeah, you really have to be steady with it.
I like the gels in the pots. This Black Track from Mac is like
Yeah.
huge, and then Stila, they have a great one. There's a line that you guys should totally get into as well. This is mean. You might have seen them like pop up on my stuff because I always try to. But everything you buy, like this is an empty one of their palettes, and they're all customizable.
Oh,
Like this is the same. Essentially, this is the same palette, but it's a three-pan. I think so. Yeah. Isn't that rad?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And like you could like throw this in the dishwasher, and then like refill it.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is cool. And it's easy to get out because it's flexible.
And feel this gloss. This is like, it feels so expensive.
Oh, I have that.
This?
Wait, what is
No,
that?
you don't.
Oh, no, I don't. It looks like.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Isn't that awesome? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it feels so expensive. Super pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, let me see your nails. I love that. Everyone who does that stuff always says like, like the nail people, they're like, I'm not an artist. It's like, you are an artist.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
put a friggin' palm tree on a nail.
Yeah, I could not do that. It's a ton.
So this is such a pretty new lilac. Oh my god.
So pretty.
Like, where else can you get that? You can't. No one has that. That's for bomb. This is called Secret Code 112.
So pretty.
I love a good name too. Like
Yeah.
a secret
Mhm.
code, that's just badass.
You guys have been watching Star Trek 4 this whole time, right?
Yep.
If you're ever gonna see one Star Trek movie, this is the
Oh,
one.
this is the one to watch.
Yeah, it's not just a Star Trek movie, it's an 80s movie.
I
Like,
can
it
tell
falls
that.
into the genre of like 80s comedy. Like the crew is like in like 1986
Oh my gosh.
San Francisco.
So
And
fun.
they have no idea what's going on. Like they don't know about money. They don't know about shit. And they're trying to like navigate the streets of San Francisco. It's hysterical.
I love that.
This is up there with like Short Circuit and Police Academy for 80s comedies.
I think Jaws would be a part of that too.
Oh, I mean Jaws like 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah. My mom and I did like a Jaws marathon last summer, and like 2 is pretty stupid. 3.
I guess I don't remember 3.
Well, I mean, eventually it's like any excuse for the shark to go anywhere, and they keep forgetting like it's not even the same shark. Like, and it doesn't have a name. It doesn't have feelings. It's like it doesn't know how to track people to different places. It doesn't know who you're related to. Like it's like Jaws 3: The Revenge or whatever. It's like literally, it's like getting revenge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Shark getting revenge. Like, give it a friggin' gun.
Too funny.
Send it to space. Now that I said it, you know what's happening. I probably already did. I wanted to make. So you guys ever watch like the crappy like Tubi or like the free things that have like crappy movies that are free?
Oh yeah.
Every now and again.
There's a few like words that are just kind of in the public domain, and if you want to make a movie with this word, you can probably do it. And because it's got like Amityville, anyone, the Amityville horror, there's a lot about that that's public domain. I wanted to make an Amityville shark movie, and it's been done. So I'm making an Amityville bass movie. It's gonna be bass that turn people into fish zombies, and it's gonna be born off of a fish off of. See, so that's an eyeliner, right?
Oh,
But
wow.
see, it's like a little hook. And we're not doing like lip liner, we're doing like a lip contour. It's like the more you press, it just looks more real. This guy's gonna be like, you guys have that same like contour to your lip. Is that hereditary? And you'd be like, that old line.
That looks
Isn't that fun?
awesome.
And then give that like a hard press. See if you can. There you go. See? Right? And it goes to the top and it gives you that depth. Girl,
yeah.
don't hurt nobody. She's dangerous. Yeah, you did it. Alright, open wide. Just kidding. I could do this all freaking day. This stuff is so fun. I'll give you a little bit of that.
I love that.
Awesome.
Glam.
Oh yeah.
Perfection.
You look
Looks
great.
so good.
Thank you.
We gotta take some selfies now.
Yeah, for sure.
Here, get in there and give a wave to the captive audience, you guys. It's Aaron and Megan, the Milkin Mamas. Here, lean in. Yeah, lean in. And oh, that's beautiful. This is good. Oh my God, you guys. Actually, stay there, and I'm gonna do a picture too once we get off. There you have it.